Hey there pilots, this is Pete with BananaHobby.com. Thanks for joining me for this build review of the Blitz RC Works F-14 Tomcat. We have this F-14 Tomcat available at BananaHobby.com in the Black Knight color, which is this color scheme here, and the Jolly Rogers. On this build review, we're just going to go ahead and run down exactly what to do and get on hands-on in there and build this F-14 for you guys. Extremely easy and straightforward build with this F-14. Very minimal assembly. The only parts that need glue are the vertical stabilizers, and that's pretty much it. And the little bombs underneath if you choose to use those little missiles. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is pretty straightforward and really easy to do. Before we get started here, I want to make sure that you guys, when you first get this out of the box, make sure you put the battery, the LiPo battery, on charge. So you want to fully charge the LiPo battery before you get started. And also, the transmitter, I want to make sure you put some quality AA batteries in here before you get go as well. We have these good AA batteries on our website that you could add to cart as well. They're really good alkalines and just put them in there, or you can use your own, whichever you choose. Make sure you have some quality batteries in the transmitter before you get started. Great. A little couple other things that you need around just to make this build a little easier and a little better. Paper plate or a magazine or something like that to mix epoxy with. This kit gives you the epoxy. You have a couple tubes of epoxy glue in here, which are 5-in-8 epoxy in parts A and B, and a little mixing stick. And I always carry a couple of popsicle sticks. Works really well for mixing epoxy and all kinds of applications as well. Have some clear tape, scotch tape ready. Scotch tape, clear tape, any kind of tape you want. Just some tape just to help around some of the areas as well. Comes with 2 screwdrivers in there. And other than that, pretty much that'll take care of the things you need. Oh yeah, and also you want a dirty rag of some sort with a bottle of rubbing alcohol or denatured alcohol to clean up if you have any excess of the epoxy left over anywhere. So with that said, everything's laid out here. We're going to go ahead and get busy and build this F-14 Tomcat for you guys. Bring the camera in a bit closer for a tighter angle. Alright, now that the camera is in tighter here, let's go ahead and get started. First we're going to get our instruction manual here. We're going to open it up to all the pages past, and we're going to go to the center page here, which gives you, basically starts the build process. And what they want you to do here is start with the assembly of the main wings. Okay, so what we're going to first here do is we're going to go ahead and take the swing wing cover off. It comes off with these 2 little nylon cover screws here. Very simple here. I'm going to go ahead and get the swing wing cover off here. Okay. There we go, swing wing cover is off. Let me set this aside here. And take note, we're going to have these 2 little pieces inside of a little Ziploc baggie that you're going to find. 2 little silver cylinder pieces, okay? This is what your swing wings are going to swivel on. And they are threaded, one on each side. Okay, these are threaded, okay? So locate these 2 little packages, little cylinder pieces inside the little clear package. All right, simple build. Let's go ahead and get busy. Okay, we got this little bag here with various screws and a couple of collars, what's called little metal collars, aluminum collars in there. So we're going to go ahead and take those out, okay? And we're going to do some identification of some parts here so you guys know what's going on. Okay, these little collars here, these are going to be for your elevators. Okay, so we're going to disregard these, put these aside for now because we're not working on those. Okay, and you have left over, you have 6 screws. Identify these 6 screws by noticing that 4 of the screws have cap washers already on it, and then 2 of them does not. Okay, meaning these little Phillips screws, 4 of them will have these little built-in washers that are already on top. You can kind of see that. That one right there has it, and then these 2, they do not. The ones that do not have the little washers built in on top, those go to your elevator. So we're going to put those 2 aside. All right, with that said, you got these 4 screws identified. These are going to be your swing wing screws. All right, go ahead and put these down here. Okay, what we're going to do here is very simple. You're going to locate one wing, okay, your main wing here. And what you want to do here is they put a little bit of tape on the fuselage right here to hold the push rods down, so you can remove that first. All right, let's get that off of there. All right. What you want to do now is you want to make sure that the servo wire here is not pinched anywhere underneath, and just kind of run it nice and flat and run it like this. and just go ahead and set it down underneath the wing. And you're going to line up the main swing wing here. Let's move this push rod here. You're going to want to line up the swing wing bearings that are right here with the hole. See that hole right there? So what we're going to do is we're going to press until it lines up. There we go, right there. And what you're going to do now is very simple. Once it is lined up, take the little cylinder piece here that you had taken out of the bag earlier. We're going to insert the cylinder directly into this hole here and through that bearing. You're going to make sure it's lined up nice and straight there. All right, there we go. Once it's in there, you'll see that it presses in, and we're going to go ahead and press it all the way in. Okay. See, there we go. Got to kind of, sometimes you got to move it around just a little bit just to get it to the other side there. Okay, let's see here. All right. We're going to go ahead and use the back of the screwdriver and tap it a bit. There we go. A little bit snug there, but that's good. As you can see now, the swing wing is moving, and you have this little cylinder piece here that is inserted through there is completely flush with the top, okay? Once you've done that, the reason why Blitz RC gives you 2 drivers is because now you have to go ahead and tighten these little cap head machine screws here to the cylinder. It's very easy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tighten the top one down. Okay. And what's going to happen is the bottom is going to spin. So that's why they give you 2 of these little drivers included. So we're going to go ahead and get the second screw here. And we are going to flip the F-14 here. Let me go ahead and flip her over. And with your box, you get these little foam inserts here. Perfect for working on your aircraft. So set it down. You flip your airplane over, and it won't damage the foam. You can set it right on top of it. It's perfect. Love it. Okay, we got that little cap head screw on this driver here. And you will note, you'll see that on the bottom side of the wing, there's a hole right there, okay? So that's where the second screw goes. So we're going to go ahead, and you can visibly see the cylinder, and we're going to go ahead and screw this into there. All right. These will go in nice and easy, and once you feel that it's just about there, what you're going to do here now is you're going to have to hold the aircraft up a little, and you're going to have to use one driver here, one on each side, okay? And then hang on to it. Let's go ahead and grab that there. Okay, you got that driver there, one on each side, and then now go ahead and snug her down. Doesn't have to be crazy tight, just snug her down, and you're ready to go. And that is the install of the main wings for the swing wing here. So now that you got that in there, you're ready to go. We're going to go ahead and do that to the same thing on the same thing, but to the opposite side of the wing, to the left wing. And we're going to go ahead and move on from there. All right, now that we have the swing wings correctly mounted onto the swivel base here with the main wing joiner, you're ready to go ahead and attach the push rods and connect the servos. Okay, we're going to identify here now are your 2 push rods. We're going to kind of leave them on the side here. We're going to open up the swing wings here to the max open position and swing these little push rods here. These are your swing wing push rods. We're going to go from any position that you had it clear from before to the open position here, okay? This should be pre-measured for you already when this servo here is at the horizontal degrees here, and with the main wings, with the fuselage and this angle here, this is the wide open position of the main wings, of the swing wing. When this servo is to the 90-degree portion here, this direction, that's the angle where the wings will be swept back. So once it should ship to you in this angle here, which is basically straight this way with the main wing, it's parallel with the main wing. So once you get there, the push rods they have ball joints on them, and they're pre-measured already. And what you're going to do here is you'll see a little ball joint on the main wing. Okay, it's right there. Bring that up for you there. So a little ball joint right there. Okay. So what we're going to do, very simple, grab the ball end and just push straight down. And you hear a pop. Hear that pop? That's on there. That's on there now. And we're going to do the same thing to the opposite side. Push it there and push. There you go. That's it. That's how simple the swing wings attach. 4 screws and 2 ball ends, and you're done. And the main wing swivels now. and you're ready to go here. So what we're going to do now is connect the aileron servos. Okay, the lead here, make sure that underneath the main wing when you had to install that, it's not pinched anywhere. It's okay for it to have a little bit of tension here, and on the corners, that's quite all right. Okay, we're going to get your extension here out of the main servo wire area where you can identify, you can see the extension here, and you're going to match up the black, red, and white wire with the black, red, and white wire coming from each aileron servo. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Okay, that's plugged in, you're good to go. And do the same thing to the opposite side. And that is it. There is a line of sticky tape right here. And what you want to do there is grab your hobby knife there and remove that sticky tape. There's a cover. There's a backing on it. So what we're going to do here is pop that backing up. Okay, there we go. And what that does is it's going to hold your aileron wire in place. When you do that, you want to make sure that the wings are in the wide open position. And then, let me see, what's better here? Yeah, we're going to make sure it's in the wide open position. And you want to tape down the extension side to where this indentation here ends right here, okay? Because the reason why is you got to give the wire some space to move around when the wings are being swept. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this to the side too. Okay. Okay, once you got those two tape backing off, we're going to go ahead and press the wire down and have a little bit of a loop space here, more towards the wing area, okay? This is going to free flow over here, it's okay. You don't even have to tape it down. It basically just sits like that and you're fine. Okay, once you're there, I don't suggest putting the wing cover on just yet. Let's go ahead and finish the build and check everything, and then we'll install the wing cover. Okay, let's see. Let's go on to the manual here, and the next step that the manual wants you to do is install the elevators. Okay, we're going to the back section here. We're going to go ahead and retract the wings here. Actually, I'll leave it out. It'll be easier to work with here. Okay, so let's grab the tail section here.